Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over the Inhouz Cloud app builder styling. All right, to the right, you can see the CSS style builder. If you are familiar with the low code or no code space, you are probably familiar with this interface. This works the way you would expect if you were to have an element in focus and you were to configure the styling. You should see that styling reflect in that element in real time. Before we move any further, I just want to point out one key important thing. What sets this style builder apart from other style builders is the ability to have dynamic styling. And we're going to touch on this in a future video. But the whole concept here is that you can have logic, within your styling. This means that you can have styling based on data, styling based on events, right? So let's just table that for now. We're going to talk about that in a future video. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop an element on the page. I just dragged and dropped the heading element. I'm going to put that element in focus by clicking on it. So if I wanted to change, let's say the font weight of this element, I could simply just change the weight, make it bolder or make it lighter. All right. Let's say I wanted to change the color. I wanted to pick a shade of red. I can go ahead and do that. What if I wanted to center this, text? I can go ahead and align that. Let's say we get rid of our max, our default width, and we change this from a block element to an inline block, right? Now, if I wanted to center this, I could simply, let's say, drag another div, put that in a flex that is centered vertically and horizontally, and I could just drag my heading in there, and now it's centered, right? So as you can see, I've just quickly styled and configured the styling of a couple elements using the CSS style builder. It's really that simple. Let's say I wanted to change the typography, the font, right? I could basically just switch out the fonts. Now, these fonts are based on Google fonts. So we try to refresh the fonts every couple of weeks. Well, obviously, if let's say there's a font that you want that we don't have readily available, you could always use dynamic styling to reference that font, and then you could import the font into the header tag of your application, right? So that's, pretty straightforward. We have, oh, look at that. Right now, we have this scroll bar, right? So if I go back in my heading, I could basically just say, well, I don't want to see any overflows, right? As you can see, that's gone now. So, this works the way you would expect it to work. It's very straightforward. The styling could be dynamic, it could be static, but this is an amazing, easy to use, easy to understand tool. So get to styling your work. You must understand some basic CSS concepts. And then if you understand that, it translates the exact same way from there to here. All right, that's it for this video. See you in the next one.